Welcome back. Today we're diving into a world most drivers don't think much about until they absolutely have to, buying auto parts online.
Oh yeah, it's one of those things you never plan for, but when your car acts up, suddenly it's all you can think about.
Exactly. I was checking out BuyAutoParts.com, and honestly, I was surprised how huge their selection is.
Same here. They have everything from turbos to steering racks. It's like a digital junkyard, but way more organized.
And way less grease under your fingernails, which is a plus. What really got me was how much cheaper it is compared to dealership prices.
Right? Dealerships mark up parts like crazy. Sometimes it's double or even triple what you find online.
Makes you wonder why anyone still buys parts from dealerships unless they absolutely have to.
True, but there's always that worry, like, will the part actually fit your car?
Good point. But BuyAutoParts.com lets you input your vehicle info so it filters out incompatible parts.
Yeah, I tested that with my old Honda. Super straightforward, no guessing games.
It's like online dating for car parts. Just put in your specs and hope you get a perfect match.
Minus the heartbreak. Though I guess if you get the wrong part, that's pretty heartbreaking too.
Definitely. Another thing I liked was how they offer both OEM and aftermarket parts.
That gives a lot more flexibility. If you're on a budget, aftermarket parts can be a lifesaver.
For sure. Although some people swear only OEM is safe. Do you lean one way or the other?
Honestly, it depends. If it's something critical like brakes, I stick with OEM. For something like a window regulator, aftermarket all day.
Smart approach. I also noticed they have a pretty generous return policy, which eases a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, nothing's worse than being stuck with a wrong part and no way to send it back.
Tell me about it. I once bought a side mirror online, wrong side, wrong model, and no returns.
Ouch, that sounds brutal. At least now sites like this have learned from those horror stories.
Totally. Plus, the customer service reviews were surprisingly good for an auto parts site.
That's not something you usually expect. Most auto parts places, it's like, here's your part. Good luck.
Exactly. So having someone to actually talk to if you hit a snag is refreshing.
Speaking of snags, did you check out their installation guides? Some parts come with step-by-step help.
I did. Super useful, especially if you're a DIYer who's not a pro mechanic.
It's like getting a part and a tutor in one click. Not bad.
I'm curious though, have you ever installed something major yourself after buying online?
I swapped out a radiator once. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. Saved myself like $4.
That's impressive. I'm usually more in the I'll change a headlight bulb category.
Hey, that's still something. Baby steps. Not everyone's born with a wrench in their hand.
True enough. What would you say is the biggest risk when buying parts online?
Probably getting the wrong part or low-quality stuff from shady sellers.
That's where reputable sites make a huge difference. You get some peace of mind.
Yeah, trust matters a lot when your car's health is on the line.
Another thing I noticed is they offer warranties on a lot of parts, even aftermarket ones.
That's a big deal. A warranty can turn a sketchy what if into a pretty safe bet.
Especially if you're dropping a few $100 on a turbocharger or transmission.
No kidding. You don't want that investment to go poof after 6 months.
It's interesting how buying auto parts online has gone from risky to almost mainstream.
Totally. 10 years ago, it felt like wild territory. Now it's just normal.
And honestly, the convenience is unbeatable. No driving around, no endless special order delays.
Yeah, it's like the Amazon effect. You expect everything fast and easy now.
Although a part arriving late when your car is stuck in the garage, that's a nightmare.
For sure. Always good to double-check shipping times before you pull your car apart.
Definitely a lesson learned the hard way for a lot of people, myself included.
So true. In the end, preparation is everything when you're doing DIY car fixes.
Couldn't agree more. Know what you need, buy smart, and maybe keep a buddy with actual skills on standby.
Wise words, or at least have pizza ready as a bribe.
Always a good backup plan. So to wrap up, buying auto parts online is a game changer, but you've got to do your homework.
Yep, stick to reputable sites, double-check compatibility, and don't cheap out on critical parts.
And maybe, just maybe, you'll save enough to fund that weekend road trip you've been dreaming about.
Now that's motivation. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And good luck with your next car project.
See you next time. And remember, the right part might just be a click away.